1000 pound roomies, baby. It's heavy on the snacks, heavier on the drama, and I am here for it. So let's get into it. All right. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to all y'all watching. We are going to do a quick rant review on 1000 Pound Roomies, which airs on Tuesdays on TLC. Right now, we are currently on episode 3. And this show is a reality show, but it's not your typical reality show where you see the games and things like that. This is more of a life reality show where we get in-depth details on a person's life. And get knowledge and learn things as well as you watch. So this show is based on two overweight friends, obese friends, by the name of Nisha and Jazz. um, and we see them go through a weight loss journey, and the highs and lows of doing so. um, we also see the trauma that they also may have went through while gaining weight, or what may cause it, childhood, and other things, parents, as well, any type of abuse. We do get into that already, even with just 3 episodes airing. These women are knocking on death's door. That is something because they are around 500 to 600 pound women. Um, so we definitely go on a ride of highs and lows with the ladies. So right now, the show is currently showing Jazz journey of losing weight. She is a single 40-year-old mother, um, who has a preteen daughter who is autistic. Jazz is the heaviest out of the two ladies, with a lot of internal childhood issues. She states that her mother was not the best mother. And you do get to see that as well throughout the show. She turned to food because of those issues. And I would like to know, what else happened within that relationship with her mother. Was it some type of verbal, mental, physical abuse? Um, Jazz also shows that she has not been very verbal about her own well-being, on how she want herself to be presented in life. She does not speak up for herself, as you will see with conversations with her own grandmother. She's pretty much saying whatever grandma says, it goes. And I really don't think that was, fits the situation well with her, because it may have caused fear, to where she couldn't advocate for herself because of how her mother and family seemed to be very simple minded on how to do things in the current world. Um, but you will definitely see that. It's particularly definitely in episode 3. You would see that. Also, you'll see Jazz being very insecure. Um, and pretty much Jazz is also an individual that you can kind of see that is, unfortunately, she is in need of help. She can't do much without Nisha, the other roommate. So we see that the ladies do try to get out. Nisha tries to get her out the house more often, but with the mental state that Jazz is in, she feels defeated. She feels as though people are laughing at her, making fun of her, and it's hard for her to move on from the thought that people are judging her. But in other words, Jazz Jazz is also a supermodel. Well, she is an Instagram model, and she makes good money from the pictures that she posts. So, um, even though she has this mental mentality that people are talking about her, she still is able to post these pictures and dress, seductive, and get make money. So I don't know if how, the give and take on why she thinks she can do something one way, but then she can't do it when she needs to go outside. So I guess she's hiding behind a mask, and nobody she can't see people's reactions and things like that maybe. But as you see, her pictures are beautiful. She is a very beautiful woman. We just want to know, what made her feel as though she can't be strong and do what she needs to do to get over the hump of the negative thoughts that's in her head, because it's definitely something that's eating away with her. And I just wish that, or hope that she is able to overcome that. As for Nisha, Nisha is a totally different being. She is definitely the most spirited out of the two. She is definitely a firecracker, and I would say Nisha is this way because of the fact that she was brought up, born in a cult for 22 years. So Nisha is right now is like, can't nobody tell me nothing. I'm not listening to you guys. And I'm gonna do things my way. Um, there is some pushback from Nisha. She says a lot of things, and then as you watch, she kind of retracts them and makes an excuse. So to me, I don't think Nisha is ready to lose weight, but she is the support system for Jazz. Um, she says, "I will cook whatever you need me to cook, but I'm going to eat my snacks." She will take me Jazz to the doctor, but at the same time, she's eating her snacks at that doctor's appointment. Nisha's friend, um Nisha's and Jazz friend, primarily Jazz friend, came over to do a little house cleanup, remove snacks. Nisha was like, "I'm sorry, but these are my snacks. You're not going to remove them." And she takes her snacks and she takes them to her room. Like, Nisha is not playing with this telling me what to do type of thing. And like I said, it is understandable. Um, her mindset of being in that cult, that is something that really is a trigger for her. You will see her breakdown on that, of how the pastor was very controlling, and sometimes she wouldn't be able to eat until midday, and she just said she just binged on snack foods. um she mentions this to her mother. Her mama is like, it's time to get over it. And I don't think that's the best thing to tell someone who's been through it. And then, she's coming into the real world and realizing the world is completely different than what I was taught. So Nisha is definitely having this moment in life where she's fighting the battle of what is right and what is wrong, and nobody's going to tell me what I can and can't do, because you know that was taken away from me for so many years. 22 years is a lot. So she's pretty much is retraining her mind, her way of thinking, and things like that. um and we will get in more detail with that as well. Um, Nisha does have a boyfriend, or a boy toy, or male friend, where she is able to still have fun with them as well. But it's not official. So we do see a little bit of dating and her friend uh, interacting with each other, which is very cute. A different side, kind of letting us know, big girls get love too. The guy is loves his BBWs, and Nisha is one of those, and she's having a good time with him. Um, Another thing I will say I've noticed on the show is that Nisha um, really don't have room for the understanding of what Jazz is going through. Yes, she is her support system, but at the same time, she's kind of like, come on, get over it. Just let's come on. Let's do this. Um, and it that is a good mind to have, but unfortunately, um Jazz mentality is not as strong as Nisha's. So you can see that's where they may bump heads within the show. um N- Nisha doesn't have time for excuses. She's like, I'm able and I'm doing it, and she wants Jazz to do it even though they are two different sizes. Nisha does work. She works outside the home with her mom. So it's good to also to see that she is a functioning woman even though she is overweight. Um, the show, I believe, is something that is good to air for people to see, the world of women who unfortunately is fighting to lose weight but find it hard to do so, and then also the causes of why they gain this weight. And both of these women have went through some emotional things and they are carrying it along, um just as much as anyone else who may be smaller and is having that issue but decides to maybe smoke or drink alcohol. All of these are diseases, and we are able to see how they cope and make life changing decisions to get better. I am looking forward to episode 4. This is another episode where Jazz is stepping out of her comfort zone, but she is not fully comfortable and does not feel well, and you see Nisha who is not happy with that outcome. And so hopefully we'll see Nisha be more understanding to Jazz in its upcoming situation. But once again, that is with the upcoming episode 4. We do see the ladies in the few episodes, as they take on working out. Jazz wants to do, water aerobics. And she felt defeated, but she was able to complete that task. Um, Jazz said, let's go to the beach. They make it to the beach. Sorry, Nisha said, let's go to the beach. And, they make it to the beach, but Jazz has the fear of getting out the car and thinking people are going to talk about her, and she really feels as though we're not supposed to be here. We're not supposed to be here. People are going to laugh. Nisha is like, I don't care what people think. She gets out the car and she tries to enjoy it as much as she can. But unfortunately, if Jazz doesn't get out the car, Nisha can't really enjoy herself. So once again, you do see that give and take of how things should go with Nisha and Jazz. But they both will have to find that understanding with each other, because Nisha is really kind of the caretaker for Jazz. And yes, there are friends, but there is some type of limit to what Nisha can do for Jazz, where Jazz is going to have to step up and build strength on getting out and thinking outside the box and not caring. The whole situation with her speaking with her parents and grandparents on wanting to have the weight loss surgery. um Jazz was very scared to mention this because her grandma felt as though that was not a good thing for her to do. Her mom is running and talking in the background. Well, if you can lose, 40 pounds, then you can lose all the weight. Just not thinking about how much weight Jazz weighs. She is 600 pounds, and you got these people who are not trying to understand what she's going through. She's trying to lose weight for her child. She's trying to lose weight so she can be mobile. She's trying to lose weight to be healthy. But you guys are back here telling her, just no, don't do it. You can figure it out and you can lose the weight this way. But then when she tells them, I'm not losing the weight, I am by myself, I'm also on the shot, then they get quiet and, oh, well, I don't think that's right either. It's like they are so close-minded that they're not even realizing what's going on and how what they're saying. It's just the fact of they want to just say no, and without thinking about the positive of it. um but in the end, I think grandma kind of realized, okay, granddaughter is getting way bigger. I believe Jazz gained like maybe 100 and something pounds since the last time she seen them. So I think it was a shock to them, and they kind of let go and realize, let just go ahead with this surgery, and we just hope the best. But the negativity and that toll on Jazz's brain, uh, is just not good. Like Nisha said, I wouldn't have told nobody. I would have done it, and then they would have seen me looking good and fine. Like sometimes you don't need the negative voices in your head to discourage you. I understand she does have a daughter. Jazz was like, I can't, just not tell them, because if something happens to me, they are going to be the ones to take care of my daughter. Got it. But at the same time, that family should be more open and understanding of what you're trying to accomplish for your daughter and for yourself as well. But once again, I do believe this show is very good for anybody to watch and see this journey, a different type of journey. And we definitely wish them well, with all the ups and downs that we see that may come within the future episodes. So definitely join me in watching 1000 Lb Roomies. It airs Tuesdays on TLC, or you can get it on streaming apps as well. But thank you for watching, you guys, and have a good day. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and please also share your thoughts on what you think about Jazz and Nisha. Do you think these are true friends, or if they kind of are using each other because of their circumstances? Um, do you feel as though Nisha is too hard on Jazz? Do you feel as though Jazz is too emotional? Like, share your thoughts, and once again, like, comment, subscribe, and have a great day. Thank you.